Oh, you're with me? Okay. There we go. So let's go through this real quick. Um, so the hottest place on Earth is 58 Celsius. What is that in Fahrenheit? Well, you take the 9/5 times 58 and then add the 32. I think that's been beaten by uh, uh, a temperature in Iraq, in close to Libya, in the desert in Iraq. Okay, simple conversion from double and add 30 for Celsius Fahrenheit, double and add 32. For example, convert 15 degrees Celsius to Fahrenheit. So 2 times 62. Now, what would happen if we added 30? We'd even get closer. See what I'm saying? Take 2 times 5 and add 30. Get 30 plus 30 be 60. That's even closer. Same thing with going the other way. Let's convert 72 to Celsius, which is what we did. Take 72 minus 32, you get 40. Take it as 20. It's actually 22. But look what happened if we'd subtract by 30 instead of 32. We get it right almost on the head. So that's a kind of a fun thing to do. All right, so temperature sensors. A leg can be put. Now, one of the things that they're doing in football is they're getting these uh, sensors done, and I'm going to go ahead and see if I can. Now this is old, so we will see. Um, uh, anyway, they're using them. They've got these temperature sensors, and the trainers on the sidelines skim near the player's temporal artery, because there's been a coach, and we're going to talk about it later when we talk about actual heat casualties in sport. There was a coach who is up for manslaughter because his team died. And then, of course, we've got the big controversy at University of Oregon now with their football team going through some kind of hell week thing in the weight room, and a lot of players suffered greatly. This is 2009. This is 8 years ago. Technology moves fast. So they've really got this technology down. Now they're working on trying to make it almost, now what about the concussions? Okay, prefixes. These are things we use are not always the most convenient. Okay, so we use a lot of prefixes in physics. Have been developed kind of as a shorthand. Nano is 1 billion. Everybody likes nanometers. It's all sexy and everything. That's 1 billionth of a meter. Micro is 1 millionth. Milli is 1/1000th. Centa is 1/100th. And I'm just now remembering there's a kilo is 1,000. Mega is a million, like megavolts. Megahertz. You've heard of megahertz. That's 1 million hertz. That's 1 million cycles per second. Giga. What the hell's a gigabyte? Right. Is 10 to the ninth. Terabyte. I just noticed that my backup disk my Seagate backup disk has terabytes on it, which is just amazing to me because my first computer was a 386 Packard Bell that I bought in a PX in Okinawa in 1992 for $900. And it had 85 kilobytes of ready access of RAM cache and then 86 megabytes of storage. You guys send texts with more stuff. Prefixes for lengths, nanometer, billionth of a meter. I always love this. It's about a nanometer is 1/10 of a nanometer is about the size of an atom. So if you took a nanometer and made it almost like a ruler, then 1 inch or so, or on a little bit more than an inch on that ruler would be the width of an atom. One is the amount of that your hair grows in 1 second. That's a nanometer. Then we have nanoparticles, and these outfits are made out of nanoparticles with antibacterial and air purifying qualities and stuff. Prefixes for lengths. Micrometer is not 1,000th of a meter. A micron is 1 millionth of a meter. Wavelength, size of cells, 1 millionth. That needs to be changed. 1 millionth. Megameter, 1,000 kilometers, like the Great Wall of China. In other words, it'd be silly to try and measure. It'd be silly to try and measure the Great Wall of China in nanometers. It wouldn't mean anything. Maybe even in meters. So we'd use kilometers, or a megameter, which is so many kilometers. Gigameter, billion meters, that'd be like the diameter of the sun. All right, now here's some funny units. Are you ready? All right, are you really ready? Okay, here we go. 1 million microphones, 1 megaphone. I love this. This is my favorite part of the whole semester, going through these jokes. 2,000 mockingbirds, 2 kilo mockingbirds. 10 cards, 1 deck of cards. 453 graham crackers, 1 pound cake. 10 rations, 1 decoration. 8 nickels, 2 paradigms. Do we need to do a shift? No kidding. 2 wharves is a paradox. 10 millipedes is 1 centipede. Helen of Troy's beauty was said to be so great that it launched 1,000 ships and started the Trojan War. Helen equals the amount of beauty to launch 1,000 ships, so that's 1 Helen. A millihelen is the amount of beauty which can launch 1 ship. And a microhelen, let's say there's 1,000 sailors on the ship, is the amount of beauty required to motivate 1 sailor. The ships back then did not have 1,000. Aircraft carriers now have about 6,500 on them. Prefixes, an example, 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. Okay, so a 3,000 kilometer long ride, it's 3 million meters. 3,000 kilometers, that's a long ways. Since a kilo is 1,000, 3,000 kilometers is 3 million meters. And then I'll throw this in just for fun.
This sucker's electrical, but I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. What did I just say? This sucker's electrical, but I need a nuclear reaction to generate the 1.21 gigawatts of electricity. 1.21 gigawatts! 1.21 gigawatts!
Oh man, I screwed this up.
Great Scott! What the hell is a gigawatt?
Anyway, you can watch that on your own. I kind of messed that up. I don't know. I was all behind on stuff. So, anyway, let me go ahead and shut this one down. And then I think we're ready for our homework.